technology, love, passion. Episode number 115 here, Barbershop Podcast from Hamilton, Ontario. BOXO Studio, the love nest, the womb that gives birth to what is great about music, about originality, about creativity, about the sauce of life. Be the stick that stirs the drink, like Reggie Jackson in the World Series. Be part of Barbershop Podcast. Soak yourself in a live music experience. If you can't get out, if you won't get out, you will get out. But we're going to give you a little bit of what's out in tonight. We're going to do it like we do it every week, every Wednesday from Barbershop Podcast from BOXO Studio. We provide you with the very best of Hamilton music and musicians, the blast furnace of original live music. And we're doing it in style this week. Episode, as I said, number 115. With the first band that Ryan and I looked at each other and went, yep, they're the deal. We're going to work with these guys. And we grabbed them after episode 66 and said, we want to record you guys. And they went, really? And we went, yep. And we've had a long road since then, and it's about to come to fruition. This Saturday at the Casbah, King and Queen Street in Hamilton, Ontario, the record release of the Monarch Project, Troubled Mind. We're talking vinyl. Okay. Recorded here. Going to debut here tonight. Get yourself down to the Casbah this Saturday night, but we have them in the studio tonight. And when we had them in episode 66, we were, finding our way. It was strictly an acoustic deal at that point. We had some electric bands in, but it was messy and it was difficult. As opposed to now, Ryan Cannon, it is anything but messy and difficult. Isn't it easy? It's easy.
So easy.
It's like they slid in here and kind of went, and it was like, what, 6 minutes? You got everything set up.
They just walked in, dropped their gear, and we just went go. That was it. So easy. They showed up 5 minutes ago.
I know. And we're getting so good at this. It's like, if anyone... we're coming out at 9 instead of 8. That's only because we were having so much fun with scones and tea upstairs and talking and having a good time. But when it sounds as good as it does and it looks as good as it does, you can thank the good Lord and Ryan Cannon and Gary Greenland. Thank you guys for joining us again this week in the control booth. There's a little bit of Apollo 13 going on
Where
in there.
Where else would I be?
Every week it's like Apollo 13. We're going around the moon. We might not come back.
Houston, we have a problem.
We have a slingshot effect is what we do.
Can I take that one back?
No.
All right.
I liked it. All right.
All right.
Here we go. Monarch Project. We're going to introduce the guys in the band. We're going to, if you want to find out what they're about, how they met, and how they started, you can, after this episode, go to episode number 66, and you'll find their stories. But they're a bunch of guys, and I remember watching them and listening to them and thought, my God, they've got musically and socially relevant and complex lyrics. They're socially aware. They have a musical style that is current and in today's environment certainly bold, but it is evocative of a lot of music that old geezers like me, and dare I say even the 17 years younger than me, Ryan Cannon, can dig. I see and hear notes of the Beatles, Oasis, Roger Waters, the Kinks, a whole plethora of music come together. These guys are in their 20s. They do what they do with passion. They do it fantastic. They're going to be at the Casbah this Saturday night. They're back for their encore performance at Barbershop Podcast. And they're in our previously only Varga-utilized stage show presence. We'll chat about them and find out what they're going to do in short order. But in the meantime, let's introduce you musically with the first song from the Monarch Project.
Somewhere
You'll find that tune on side 2 of Monarch Project's brand new 7-inch release, Troubled Mind. It's going to be a party this Saturday night, February 7th. We're talking, right, boys?
Yeah.
Here at the Casbah Lounge at the corner of King and Queen in Hamilton. If you're local, you drive to King and Queen. If you don't want to drink and drive, or you don't want to bother yourself with finding a parking spot, get a cab. Go down to King and Queen Street Saturday night. You will be thrilled. I want to talk about our relationship. You coming in here, episode 66, where you creeped out a little bit, Joe, about me and Ryan jumping on you and saying, you're a cute boy. We want to work with you. Did you think maybe we had ulterior motives?
Kevin, you? No,
never. I'm not that type. I may be a bear, but I'm a spirit bear.
You didn't say it like that in the first place anyway.
No, but I'm serious. And when you came in here and our friends, like I've been friends with John Connolly for a lot of years, and when the Kents came in and they did a show, and I love those guys, and they specifically said, you know, you got to seek out the Monarch Project. We've done shows with them. I think they're the best thing going on. They didn't say I think they're good. I think they're awesome. Like, these are guys who have kind of gone through the wars. Grant Marshall played in Junkhouse, for fuck's sakes, right?
Yeah.
So for those guys to say to you at that point in time, these guys are something special. And this is how we work here at Barbershop Podcast. If someone I respect says, Kevin, get this girl on the show, she's on the show. I got no time to filter and ask if they're good and ask for songs and filter through it. You know, someone I respect who knows what we do here says these people are great. You got to check them out. We check them out. And when the Kent said Monarch Project is someone you got to check out, you came in here. Like, what were your perceptions of, first of all, the podcast shtick and like where you were as far as like recording? Because you were already a vinyl guy at that point, right?
Yeah. At that point, though, to be completely honest, it was like lost. There was like we had talked about recording a second single to put out because we needed something to do and we needed to get back in the studio. And it was like at that point anyway, but we didn't have any real connections to the studios that we wanted to be in, and nobody was going to give us a break. So it was perfect timing that, you know,
that you were here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say it again. It's like a nicer bunch of guys who I haven't hated. I've never run into. I mean, seriously, it's like if you were like nasty, it was like, wow, they got carried. But you guys are all. I would love you to date my daughters if they were 10 years older. You know, each and every one of you. You've got good character about you, and you really care about music, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to introduce
I agree
a band.
with all that.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. It's like a lot of times the music is just a conduit to where I want to, you know, who I want to fuck or what I want to do.
Yeah.
But to you, it's like a life calling, and like all of you, everyone in this band, it's like if I'm going to be in a musical entity, it's something that's going to feed my soul, and that is clear in each and every one of you. And you are, and the bigger a band gets, the harder it is to have continuity, the greater the chance of to fracture it away. Like, how do you do it? Because I mentioned you loaded in the other night, and it's like even things like, do you want to bring those guitar cases down now, or do you want to bring them later? In Captain Easy, right, Ryan? Like, it would have been like a punch up or maybe a stab fest. But these guys were
punching and stabbing.
A lot of punching and stabbing in the Captain Easy days. But you guys have a great system, and now that I'm older and I can look at it as a manager, you guys have a great entity. You're great musically. You're great spiritually. I love what you do. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to get you to play another live one because you do it so goddamn well. And you want to hear it? You want to hear it? You're going to hear it this Saturday night at the Casbah Lounge with the Kents and Kirby. We're talking 3 amazing bands. And if you're watching this now, all you have to do is go on our Barbershop Podcast Facebook page or anywhere where there's a search engine. That's the little spyglass at the top, and put Kirby and the Kents, and you can see who's working with these guys on Saturday night, and you're going to know that is well worth it. We're talking a $10 show, right, guys? $10!
I know, that's a step up from 5.
Please, people, support this awesomeness. The Monarch Project. Oh, yeah, that good. It's the Monarch Project live from BOXO Studio and Barbershop Podcast. You know, last week we had Jessica Blake and her friend Jen on here. Jenny was singing so good. 2 girls, an acoustic guitar, 1 guitar. And we captured it so succinctly, so beautifully. People commented. They're still commenting on that show. 115 shows in, and here we have the spectacular splashing panorama of the Monarch Project. And if I say so for myself, the only person in here with headphones on the mix is wonderful. Good job, Gary Greenland, tonight working the knobs as he does every week. The man comes down from the mountain, and we don't always take kindly to mountain people here. Well, I got to understand that if you're not from Hamilton, there's a great barrier divide. And it's called the mountain. Now, keep in mind, it is actually what's called a glacial lake bed. So when the glaciers came crushing down from the north, where I live is basically where it stopped. And that was the shoreline. About 12 feet away from me, I live on the most beautiful farmland that you can imagine. Like right where I live is nothing but alluvial soil. If you got and I've done it, a rototiller, you could do my whole yard in 6 minutes. It's nothing but the greatest farmland that's been turned into housing. Now, this housing happened to be done 110 years ago, but it's continued to be done everywhere for the sake of putting up a house when there's only 3 places where you can grow tender fruit in Canada. And that's the Okanagan, the Niagara Peninsula, and the Annapolis Valley. And well, we're doing a great job of putting shitty houses on top of them. But this is the kind of thing that we talk about. Music has a way of kind of penetrating and getting people to think about and talk about things. I want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, because if you got to talk about something, if you want to advertise what you're doing, if you want to get a little bit past the distance that your voice can carry, you're going to need someone like hamiltonartist.ca. They've been with us for almost a year now. They believe in what we're doing. Maggie and Bob are lovers of the arts. They do amazing art, and they do amazing product. And if your product, what you're looking for is a hat, a T-shirt, a banner, if you're looking for a keychain, if you're looking for any promotional product where you want to put your image, your name, your reputation on the line, you go to hamiltonartist.ca. They are located at 1141. I'm a bit dyslexic, I admit it. 1141 Main Street East at Balmoral in Hamilton. If you know Hamilton, it's right at the Delta. It's right beside the Bright Spot. Great breakfast, lunch, dinner place. They still have the little jukeboxes at the table. Now, they don't work because there's a master jukebox in the basement that no one knows how to fix. It's like the espresso machine that you can't get the guy who will fix that thing. But you walk in there and it still has that. That's Hamilton. There's places that will remind you of the old days. You go to hamiltonartist.ca. They are right at the corner of Houghton and Main at 1141 Main Street East. They print anything on anything. Go ask to talk to Bob or Maggie or anyone in there if you have custom apparel in mind. Or just walk into their shop. They've got great product in there. They care about what they do, and they're true to us. hamiltonartist.ca. Now, I want to ask you guys a little bit, and we're going to introduce everyone in the band. Let's do that. And I'm going to show the camera. So we'll do the clamshell and end on Joe. So we're going to start with rhythm guitarist Jose Batista. How you doing, Joe?
Good. How about yourself?
Good. It's been a good run. For in the last year, how are you feeling things are going?
Things are awesome. Rehearsals are they're just consistent.
And you still have fun. Like no one's at each other's throats, right?
No. Did you hear the jam we did earlier?
Yeah.
We do like an hour of that every week.
Yeah.
And we do.
He's not lying.
No. Somebody has to stop us, and it's good for band chemistry and. It's just fun.
And we got James Jimmy Gert. How you doing, James?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Well, you're bringing in your giant Ampeg bass rig in here, and I like it when we check the solidity of the foundation at BOXO Studio with James in there.
And be buried in it.
You would be buried in a little bit. And on the drums, we have, of course, a little bit of Rob Nagy. How you doing, Rob?
Good, Kevin. How are you?
Good. It's glad you can make it out tonight.
Yep.
And, you know, it's like I've noticed that you are one of these drummers who seems like you're barely touching the skins. It's like, how long do you go between changing your skins? Like 15, 20 years? Because you don't seem like a basher.
Long while, yeah.
A good long while.
Basically, every time we record a record, I figure it's about time.
but it's like it doesn't sound tappity tap. You've got a great, and I don't know, and I'm sure there's be someone who could work with some special camera equipment to see what muscles you use, but I'm always amazed at the full sound you get when it looks like you're doing hardly any effort.
It's from
Good
years
stuff.
of playing with drummers that just don't know how to control themselves.
Yeah.
And just, killing it, right? So
Yeah. No.
try to not be deafening.
Less is more, and more is better when less is more.
There you go.
I tell you got to have a little scope in the spectrum, right?
Indeed.
And that brings us to Wally London. Wally London, man of many colors, man of many shades, many hats. But you are, in this band, the keyboard player.
Yep.
But you profess not to be, even to this day, a keyboard player.
I try my best.
You do really good. You do nice touches and nice flavors. But not as nice as Tom Nagy.
Oh, yeah.
Like when we, in episode 66, when they're like, well, okay, we got 5 guys. And then Joe's like, well, we might need 6. And then we're like, no, we can't fit 6 in here. And then we found out the 6th guy was a tambourine player. It was like, we can't do this. We had a smaller board. We didn't have the inputs for it. We didn't have the microphones for it. And then he played and was like, I can never hear this band without this guy. It's like you have, and you must have heard this many times by now, you have a skill. And is this something that was a surprise to you?
It was, actually, and if you'd like to know a little bit on the story of how I kind of became a little bit a part of the Monarch Project, I actually met these guys, or at least started playing with them at the band shell in Gage Park. They were playing, I think it was the Festival of Colors or something like that. You know, the one where everyone gets in the big group.
It gets messy.
Yeah, and everyone's throwing the colored bags at each other. Yeah, it was actually during that. Joe just invited me up and gave me a tambourine, and I didn't really know any of the songs, and so I was playing when everyone else was quiet, but hopefully I've gotten a little bit better since then. But that was kind of my first experience with the band, and I've been dancing around on stage ever since, and it's fun. I love it.
Well, I love it too. And we're going to do one more song live from BOXO Studio. And keep in mind, like, this is a real band live from BOXO Studio. This is a studio that if you're a musician, serious musician, you want some serious good sound, you know where to find us. But we're going to get one more from the Monarch Project live, and then we are going to world debut to all of you people before this Friday the title track of their new 7-inch vinyl, Troubled Mind. But right now, leading up to that, one more live from the heart from Barbershop Podcast.
Your door, 'cause I've been gone
way to get back home. I won't know what to say at your door, 'cause I've been gone so long. I see the change, but you stayed the same as before. Yeah, you stayed the same as before. Yeah, you stayed the same as before.
Yeah, Barbershop Podcast with the Monarch Project live in studio. Episode number 115. It's this good each and every week. Tell your friends about Barbershop Podcast. What's it cost you? Nothing. You enjoying it? You having a good time? Good. If you want to go out and experience live music, I would suggest you do exactly that. It's good for the heart. It's good for the soul. I imagine if I could commission some sort of medical study, I could probably get funding to get you out and have a beer or two and dance and shake your booty, having a good time at a live music experience. And you can have one this Saturday night at the Casbah Lounge. We have the Monarch Project in the room tonight, giving us their very best, and we appreciate that. I'm going to give a shout out to our other sponsor of the moment, and you know, I love these people because both of these people came to us and said, we want to be on your show. I can be a good salesman, but I have done very little salesmanship for this show. So I really appreciate the people who have come to us and said, I love what you're doing. I love how you represent Hamilton. I love how you work with passion. I love how you're honest. I love how you're raw. And you say it like it is. And even though my particular establishment may not be a direct correlation to what you're doing exactly, I want to be a part of it. And for that, I want to say a shout out to Shenanigans. 1305 Main Street East, corner of Houghton Avenue, Hamilton, Ontario, across from Delta Secondary School. You want to find them, you're going to find them right across from Delta High School. That's between Ottawa and Kenilworth. By Graham, like them on Facebook. You want to go there. They've got an amazing menu. They've got fall off the bone ribs. They've got chicken wings and pizza, all your classic pub fare, but they've got vegetarian stuff. Mind you, it's, deep fried and battered and whatnot, but it's fresh and it's good. And they've got friendly people there that will talk to you. They've got pints at $3.75, and that's all I'm going to say about that. They've got pints at $3.75. $3.75 for a pint. Yeah, I know. You have to go to Shenanigans. They're good to you there. Pinball, and they've got pool, and and if you've got a girlfriend who's like, I want to go dancing, and you're like, I don't know, like, where am I going to take her dancing? Like, she'll hate me. Friday, Saturday nights, they've got a DJ, a good DJ. You go to Shenanigans, take your girl there dancing. Then when you want to take her and go for the hippie music, she'll go for it because you took her dancing at Shenanigans. Go see our friend Shenanigans at 1305 Main Street East in Hamilton, Ontario. We've got the Monarch Project in the house tonight. They are going to be at the Casbah Lounge, corner of King and Queen Street, this Saturday night in Hamilton, Ontario, February 7th, 2015. They came in here to BOXO Studio this summer. They recorded a song.
It was actually spring.
It was a spring. It was that long ago because tell me about your recollection of the process.
I don't remember much.
Yeah, because it was a while ago, but you also knew because you recorded the other stuff and put it out on vinyl that it was a bit longer than putting it out digitally. Right?
Well, it wasn't supposed to be this long. Luckily, though, Rob had an accident. So
Luckily.
No, luckily. So Rob had the accident.
Heartless bastard.
Rob had the accident that would have been the weekend of the release, so it would have screwed us. That would have been a really, really bad circumstance, having to cancel a release show. Luckily, weeks ahead of time, I realized that the pressing company was not doing us any favors and was not going to get the record to us in time, so I just canceled it.
Yeah.
That was September you know.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
What was Ron Elliott's advice to us in 2003, Ryan Cannon?
Not to book your CD release party before you have your
Before it's in your
CDs.
hand, right?
Deadlines, though. Deadlines.
I know.
I'm
You're
a
just
deadline
sure it's
guy.
going to happen, and
Yeah.
you even allowed yourself a 2-week cushion. Like, there's no way
I-
they'd be more than 2 weeks late, right?
Based off of what we did the first time, I just assumed if I gave it an extra month, it would have been good. But
Oh, you know what? But you did it. You came in here.
Yep.
You recorded it. Ryan Cannon did a fantastic job. He produced it. I just basically provided pizza and beer, and then we talked, and it's like you said, yeah, let's do it. I want to get produced. And it's like, we'll produce the fuck out of you. So we came in here, and the Monarch Project put
felt
down
great.
some beauty. Yeah, it did. You were satisfied. Everyone. BOXO Studio can do that. And you put something out so beautiful. And it came back on, I don't know, do we have a camera? Like, people can't see it, right?
you just pass it out here.
Well, it's here. This is the cover.
Oh.
But we're actually playing, you got to believe, like, we're playing the vinyl that came in this. We're going to play Troubled Mind, which you'll be able to get at the Casbah Lounge. Of course, there's a digital download or a digital copy you'll be able to get of this. But if you are an aficionado like I am and you like to have your vinyl, you want to have this Monarch Project. You want to have Troubled Mind, which is a great tune, and really dig it. Recorded here at BOXO Studio in the spring of 2014, coming out February 7th, 2015 at the Casbah, King and Queen Street, Hamilton, Ontario. This is Monarch Project, Troubled Mind on barbershoppodcast.com.
Inside all your bones are the feelings I know. They're the feelings we hide, disguised by the mountain of snow-covered soul. Let it melt by the fire. The night was the company after you came, when you passed me by, and sleep like a drug that relieved all the pain, only bought me some time. Even I mistake the expression on your face, the only one that I remember. What if I could make a place in time and space, a dream where we could last forever? 'Cause I've been waiting for a sign to ease my troubled mind. I've been waiting for a sign tonight. Inside all my bones are the feelings I know. They're the feelings we hide, disguised by a mountain of snow-covered soul. Let it melt by the fireside. Even I mistake the expression on your face, the
As Steve Nagus would say, a rock being dragged over a hunk of plastic. But I like it. I like the holistic feel of vinyl. And you can get a piece of that vinyl. You can get a piece of history because there's only 149 of them. Because this is 150 of 150. If you can't get the first one, get the last one. That's what they always say. Monarch Project here. Joe, tell us, where can people get a hold of this recording? Because there's only so many of these, but they can get the digital version from the comfort of their own home, correct?
Yes, they can also order the record with the digital version from the monarchproject.ca.
Monarchproject.ca.
Yes.
That is a Canadian website. Just so it sticks in your head when you go, what was it? Is it com or CA? It was CA.
Well, check out .com. That's some pretty messed up stuff too. But
I'm not going to ask about it. But I am going to guarantee you a lot of fun. I'm going to guarantee you probably the best musical time you're going to have in the next 11 minutes, because we're going to give a little double shot here of the Monarch Project live from BOXO Studio, barbershoppodcast.com.
your Won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, greet the brand new day. The sun is up, the sky is blue, it's beautiful, so are you, dear Prudence. Won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, open up your eyes. Dear Prudence, see the sunny skies. The wind is low, the birds will sing, that you are part of everything. Dear Prudence, won't you open up your eyes? Look around, look around, look around, look Dear Prudence, let me see you smile. Dear Prudence, like a little child. The clouds will make a daisy chain, so let me see you smile again. Dear Prudence, won't you let me see you smile? Dear Prudence, won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, with a brand new day. The sun is up and the sky is blue. It's beautiful, so are you, dear Prudence. But won't you come out to play?
The Beatles classic Dear Prudence, performed by the Monarch Project. You can see them this Saturday night, February 7th, 2015, at the Casbah Lounge, corner of King and Queen Street in Hamilton, Ontario. If you're watching this 112 years in the future, you can say, that's right before they broke it big. And we're telling you, we believe in these guys. They are great. They offer a bit of music that is original, that is proud, that tells a story. It is evocative, but it is not ripping anyone off. It is not following in anyone's footsteps.
Oh, I ripped off so many people.
Yeah, but if you do it subtly, it's called influenced. You are influenced
I wish more
by
people
so
thought
many
that.
people. if you only ride one wagon, you're ripping them off. But I like the fact that and I'm good at this, if it's up to me to be the A&R guy and boil you guys down to 11 succinct words, I can't do it. It's something that is so familiar and comfortable at the same token, difficult to quantify. And I like that. I like not having an easy answer. Well, we're gonna wrap it up in short order. We're not much into talking tonight, obviously, because we're rocking and rolling. It's that time. It's getting close to that time. We're going to hear some more musical influence from the Monarch Project. The Monarch Project, you can catch them at monarchproject.ca. You follow them on Facebook. You like them. You tell your friends. You should check these guys out. You take someone out to experience a live music show, because it's not just the music, it's the buzz. And there is a buzz in live music. It goes through your body. You have to do it. And we'll give a shout out to our good friend Brody. We were at these guys opened up for Exile on King Street, which was July 3rd, 2014. It was the full-on Hamilton extravaganza Exile on Main Street show. Put together the most killer band I could, put together the best run of singers to do that 18-song epic Rolling Stones album from 1974. At the Casbah Lounge, we did it. And both that show and the subsequent only second show done November 23rd at This Ain't Hollywood, the Monarch Project were the opening band. I wasn't interested in having a Rolling Stones or a 60 or a hackneyed band. I was interested in a band that was original, that would engage people's minds and get them focused on the stage and in a frame of mind. And you guys did such a wonderful job both times. Yeah. So tell me about that. What was your, were you familiar with Exile at all before that gig at all?
Rob, your turn.
My favorite Stones record.
Yeah.
For sure.
So you knew about it, right?
Yeah, a lot of people say it's the best one.
Yeah.
We've had this argument. I think Goat's Head Soup is amazing.
Yeah, and a lot of other people, my friends, they like Goat's Head Soup or they like Beggar's Banquet, but it's Exile for me because it's a ambitious canvas, and I like an ambitious canvas. Well, here we go. A little more ambitious canvas right here. Monarch Project at barbershoppodcast.com.
This is The Traveler.
Traveler, you'd know just where he'd be. The wind wrapped in the sails that'd drag him out to sea. But something's got him changing, and the breeze that set him free has left his sheets and found its way back to the fields or where he's meant to be. A truer man would settle in and take what life could throw. But journeymen are watchers of the stars and how they glow. Across the heavens, written in a cosmic eulogy, the secrets to a life beyond us and the truth to where we're meant to be. It's where we're meant to be. It's where we're meant to be. It's where we're meant to be. Yeah. 'Cause it's taken me so long to understand all of his words, while everyone around us waits in line to get their turn. At a bitter game, it's more the same, based less on who you are. But if it's deserved, each each lesson learned, then finish what you start from where you came.
That's The Traveler from the Monarch Project. They're appearing this Saturday night, February 7th, 2015, at the Casbah Lounge, King and Queen Street in Hamilton, Ontario. Get yourself there. You're going to want to be there. It is a city full of amazing things. It is a city full of incredible music. And we want to give a shout out to our good friend Glenn Brown, who is the editor-in-chief of Greater Hamilton Musician Magazine. And in this particular case, we are going to give a shout out to his directory. The Junos are coming to Hamilton. People know about our musical heritage, and they know about the facilities and what we can do here. They're coming here for the Junos. And Glenn Brown is putting together a directory in time for the Junos. So the timeline is fast. Well, it's past. But if you watch this tonight or the next day or two, there could be a special deal for you in it. But at the very least, get yourself in the directory. Get yourself in the directory of people who produce music in Hamilton, people who are in the musical services in Hamilton, people who have anything to do with music. Glenn is one of those people who does his best to put it together, and he's really good at it. Here's a little video from Glenn Brown, editor-in-chief, Greater Hamilton Musician Magazine.
Hello. Welcome to my messy practice room. I'm going to announce something that is so exciting. We are having a referral contest. Starts tonight at 8 o'clock on the Indiegogo campaign page. The prize that we have, 2 tickets to the Junos on March 15th. So here's how it works. If you would like to have a chance to win those tickets, what you do is this. You go to the website. Okay, there it is. Make sure you're on the website where the campaign is all explained and the story and the categories are all there. Make sure you sign up with Indiegogo so that you're registered with them on the page. And share the campaign. Use the sharing buttons that show up at the bottom of the video where the main story is told. And when you share with your friends on your different social networks or in the email link that you send, if your friend clicks back to the site and makes a donation, it gets tracked to your name. And the winner of our contest will be the person whose referrals result in the most contributions. Okay, so think very carefully about all the different people who are in the music business that you know, whether they're a musician or a band leader or in a band. They might have a CD that they've recorded they'd like to sell or just announce. But also the other businesses that serve the music industry, whether they're a guitar technician or they might be a hairstylist, transportation, equipment, rentals, lighting, graphics, graphic arts, printing services. There are so many people who serve musicians who should be in our directory. Okay, this is so exciting to think about having all of you people help out with this. And as we get close to the end of the campaign, and as we announce our stretch goals very shortly as well, you'll see that we need to just bring in about, a ton more people to make this successful. Okay, the contest starts tonight at 8 o'clock, and it goes right down all day through Saturday, all day through Sunday, and ends on midnight on Sunday night. And we'll be announcing the winner on Monday. So these Juno tickets are up for grabs. We hope you'll share the heck out of this and think carefully about how you can make this happen for all of us. Thanks. We'll talk soon.
That's right, Glenn Brown at Greater Hamilton Musician Magazine Musical Directory. Be part of it. Be part of the scene that we love so much. I don't even want to call it the scene. Just love music, love live music, support it, support the places that support live music, go out to it. Tell your friends about Barbershop Podcast. Tell your friends about the Monarch Project. Come out this Saturday night. Casbah Lounge, King and Queen Street in Hamilton, Ontario. You're going to see 3 great acts, Kirby, and you're going to see the Kents, and you're going to see the Monarch Project. And you get a chance to buy one of these sweet pieces of vinyl. For Gary Greenland and Ryan Cannon and everyone involved, Sandy Rose, who came in and took some awesome pictures tonight. Coming in, I want to say thank you guys in the Monarch Project.
Thanks,
Say
Kevin.
thanks to everyone in your land. Thanks for coming out. Watch us next week. You're going to love it. The acoustics are in here. Get all accordionish with us. They are awesome. Peace and love.